Neverness to Everness, the new game by the studio that made Tower of Fantasy. We're going to take a look at this because so far from the first 10 seconds I've seen, this game looks absolutely stunning. But we're going to take a look. We're going to take a peek. $720p is the best quality I can play this at, unfortunately. That character's crazy. That character is also crazy. That is the shortest child character I think I've ever seen in one of these games. And gets licked by the monster. That is weird. That is wild. Off rip, 2 characters, fresh start, crazy. We're at 2 cat girls now. We're 2 for 2. Hold on. 2 for 3. We're 2 for 3. 2 for 3 on cat girls. Okay, it's going to be 4 character teams, as you can see on the right side here, above my webcam. Looks like 4 character teams. So back similar to Genshin for team building, it seems. And just looking at it, we have what looks like a light attribute, Spectro, a water attribute, Hydro-esque thing. This looks like a fire attribute, and then another water attribute, unless these attributes are not water and they are air, which honestly, it probably is air. It makes sense because cats don't like water, right? And it is a somewhat teal color, not just a dark blue or light blue. It is more teal, so I'm assuming it's both the cat girls are air. We have a fire, the kid is like a fire character, and then the one white-haired chick is like a light character, it's looking like. So we already have a decent look at some of the elements. So far, the animations and movement look pretty smooth, right? I mean, I think they look better in Genshin. Just the fact that the ears are wiggling up and down and stuff as they run, it looks better in Genshin. Open world cityscape, so very similar in appearance to Project Mugen. This looks so far a lot like what Project Mugen was kind of aiming towards, but actually done. Because Project Mugen's probably not coming out. That character's and design is wild. I like it, but that's crazy. A lot of NPCs too, so it looks like a pretty vibrant world. That render distance, we can actually see this like couple render in here at the bottom of this street. That render distance seems not amazing. Boom, right there. But again, it is in like alpha stage. Okay, so we have a ramen shop, it looks like. Okay, we're looking at the exact same, like, buying the dishes from Genshin Impact. Those are probably some, like, lower tier buffing dishes than what you could cook yourself. Possibly. Maybe they just make it easy for you, where you just spend some credits instead of actually having to do a cooking system. That could be kind of nice. That way you're not like farming. That makes sense actually, because you're not farming overworld ingredients because it's an urban landscape. How are you going to farm the overworld ingredients? It actually does. It makes a lot of sense. Making it to where you just buy the buff. Similar to ZZZ a little bit. No cooking animation, unfortunately, but I mean, what can you do? So you have a Pokemart, right? Whoa. Okay. So we walked into a bad area. Genuinely curious what this is all about. Interesting. I wonder if this is like a part of the story, or if this actually just happens in the middle of the street. Because if this happened in the middle of the street, just while I'm trying to get around places, that might be annoying. I'm positive that it's Arrow now, it's not Hydro. It's Arrow now, it's not Hydro. Okay, ult animation's kinda cool. We're not seeing any elemental, like, effects right now. Whoa, okay. They're doing really good camera work, and like, yeah, these animations, especially traversing the world, look really clean. And we're in the back rooms. Nice. Is this going to be like, is the story of this game going to be pseudo-horror? Because that would be an interesting take on like an open world gacha game, but it's horror. That would be dope. Okay, so quick swapping seems much quicker than in Wuthering Waves. Because it looked like they were able to just switch their characters like back to back to back to back. Could just be due to the speed of combat, but it looks quicker, which is cool. I'm still not seeing any elemental resonance or anything like that. But it might just be blind. Okay, so then you left the domain. Huh. Why ain't that a trip? I like the location. I mean, it's very Zenless Zone Zero vibes, right? It looks like an open world Zenless Zone Zero. What is it? What the fuck? Wait a minute. You can just... You can just drive places? Wait, this is kinda cool. This is... I think they're trying to rip Project Mugen before Project Mugen ever has a chance to come out. I think they're actually trying to turn this into just a sheer Project Mugen rip. They just ran a red light on a left turn. They almost just crashed into a middle guardrail. They just ran yet another red light, and they crashed again. Car modifications. What is this? And do you have to gacha for the car modifications? Because I'll lose my shit. What are we looking at? Okay, so you can pick your car. It's like a little Porsche looking thing. Wow, you can change a whole bunch of looks for it. Doesn't look like you can do super custom paint jobs. You can do like solid colors. A little bit of decal work. Whew, okay, that looks like it just takes normal currency, but 260,000 of the currency for that is a lot, honestly. But I guess you're only going to change it every so often. That was a pretty drastic change, I suppose. But it does look cool. It could be cooler, but it does look pretty cool. The animation to get in and out is a little rough, but again, like alpha game. Very alpha. Don't go up the stairs with it, please. Okay. Parked in front of the stairs, though. That's not proper car maneuvering. Leon Estate Group. Oh, so is there like a dorm system? This looks kind of like a dorm system. It looked like they just bought a new, like, decoration type thing for what I would assume to be a dorm system. Oh, I heard the gear shift. Can you manually shift gears? That's awesome. And now we're at like a big old hotel. I wonder if this is the dorm just down the road. I like how entering buildings, you don't, it's not like a new instance that it has to load. It just opens the door right there for you. That's pretty nice. Okay, so we're going to the 7th floor. Smooth elevator transition. Nice. You get to actually overlook the whole city. If we get to play... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. A little bit further back. A little bit further back. That being there... Okay. If we get this entire area as playable space... This is a massive city. If we get this entire area as playable space, that is insane. I was gonna just say like, oh, if we did, that'd be cool. No. This basically proves that we might. I'm assuming this is important. And like, maybe not off rip, but maybe eventually we expand out to that part of the city. Like downtown is the next area, right? Wow, this map might be huge. For an urban area, that's a lot of stuff to pack in. Even just this in front of us is a lot. Ghost Butler, that's kind of cool.
我是伊登公寓为您配备的私人管家，海特洛市家政协会持证啊。接下来，我将简单为您介绍新居的布局与配置，请随我来。
I want the one arrow cat girl.
伊登公寓坐向桥间地黄金地段，购物、餐饮和娱乐场所步行可达。这边是会客区，而您的新居户型招待更是坐拥桥间地最美海景。
So it's not a dorm system, it's actual just you own a hotel, like a tent suite up above the city. That's so cool. No loading screens or nothing for it either. You have your own pool, everything. That's super sick if this is actually something our characters like own. Okay, and then you pass the day just by actually chilling and resting instead of a weird clock system. Already better than Genshin and Wuthering Waves, just for that clock system. Oh, I can't wait to see the city in the nighttime. It's gonna be so cool. Look at all those lights, dude. That's so pretty. If this game has ray tracing, oh my god. We're in business. Wow, look at all that. I wonder how this game's co-op goes, too. I'd think that this game's got a killer co-op. What the shit? Hold on. I gotta see that again. That broke my eyeballs. Okay, and it looks like it's this character's skill. This character appears to have an ability where they static themselves to surfaces and can walk upside down and vertically up things, but like at a different viewpoint. Whoa, that's trippy. Gliding, that's an interesting glider. It's like a cloud with a little dude on top of it. I wonder if that's this game's Paimon. Right? Wow, the reflections on the water and everything. Like for it being in like Giga Alpha test right now, the graphics on the water look amazing. This is also lower quality because it was like recorded in 720p, so we're not even seeing the 1080p gameplay of the game. Wow, it is pretty. Just even looking at the ground, look at the concrete. Oh, nice crash, dude. Not destructible car. That's unfortunate. Imagine the car was destructible and if you didn't drive right, you had to spend your like shell credit / Mora equivalent to repair it. Also, what? You can drive it in first person? Go back to first person. Please show us first person again. That was so cool. Okay, are they going to show us first person again? No, they're not. Okay, I got to go back and see this myself then. First person? I wonder if there's like racing mini games and stuff like, or if you could race in multiplayer. That's so cool for a gacha game. They didn't have to add that. God, dude, the city looks so amazing. Okay. Ooh, my God. Wait, we actually are racing somebody. Okay, so... But this looks like it's a combat. Like a domain. Oh, wow. They actually knocked over the oncoming traffic. So this enemy is like actually has physics as well. Whoa, going into first person for that was cool. Okay, Inferno Rider. Hello. It'd be cool if we got motorcycles too, so we can actually see our characters on top of the motorcycles driving around. But... oh shit, Inferno Rider, Headless Horseman, Grim Reaper, all thrown into one? That was it, huh? 2024-09. When is that? September? Yeah, September 2024, we get to see more. NTE, Neverness to Everness. This game looks kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to like super duper glaze the game off rip. I mean, I wish we could have seen a few more things. I wish we could have seen more combat, because we didn't really get to see much combat, especially with how the elements work. I would like to have seen if there was like elemental effects like vaporize and stuff like that from Genshin Impact, or if it's more like Crow Games' Wuthering Waves. I would have liked to see a little bit more of the parts of the world that are like the enemies and the domains, right? Because we saw a lot of cityscape. Is there something past that? Where's the farming areas, right? Where is our combat? I would have liked to see possibly what some of the gameplay loop looks like, as far as like, is driving important to the game outside of like, that seems to be maybe a story quest where it introduces that boss, but is there something actually to play with the cars? Like, do you need to be upgrading your car's engine to be faster in certain content, right? There's a couple things I want to see because I want to know more about the game. Overall, though, first impressions, the character animations look really good. I would say so far a little worse than Wuthering Waves, but definitely better than Genshin Impact and like Star Rail. I think it's on par. Animation, like it's a little bit below Wuthering Waves. I can't say it's on par with Zenless Zone Zero because that game literally is a game of animation, but it's a little under Wuthering Waves, I think, in animations. So far, just with like the characters' bounciness and stuff like that. The graphics, just being able to drive around and see the real-time reflections on the water was awesome. Imagine that with a layer of ray tracing over top. Oh my God. This game could look absolutely stunning, right? I think the car is a really nice touch. I don't think we get like quick movement options in most gacha games like this. Tears of the Kingdom had like a horse. Kind of, right? So I like this, you know, I think that it's a very good idea to give us fast transportation, especially in such a big, complicated city. I think the house, our like little penthouse thing, is super dope. Being able to rest there instead of having a menu in the like instead of having a option for it in our menu system is more immersive. I feel like, I don't know, it might be annoying if you have to do the time mechanic a lot, but for how rare we tend to have to do it in Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, I don't think that it's a problem. I think it looks really dope, actually. I think it is cool being able to go up into your house and chill on your balcony and pass time. Things I did not like that I saw. It looks a little unpolished. Obviously, it's very early, so we're still waiting for them to do a little bit of the glitter polish, right? Make it real pretty. I also would have liked to see more than the couple things that they did. They got ramen, and like that didn't have any animation. You just got the item. right? You have a big ass octopus dude. Animate him. Make him do cool things. Make him make your ramen for a minute. Where he'll sit there and he'll throw down a bowl and he'll make your ramen. You have to wait like 5-10 seconds. Like, you could skip it. Sure, yeah, you could skip it. Just do it fast. You can maybe turn on or off a setting of NPC animations. There's a lot of NPCs too. Like, that's it. They're cool. They're cool. I wish they were less bland. They seem very bland. A lot of the NPCs seem very, very stagnant and just static, not really being a part of the world, even though there is a lot of them. My overall thoughts, though, is like, I think that Tower Fantasy realizes that their initial attempts at a gacha game, a gacha MMO, you could say, was kind of a failure. I mean, Tower Fantasy, unfortunately, is just not really a good game. I've even played it. My brother's played it. I've got friends who've played it. It's just consistently throughout all of us been not a good game. Project Mugen but like released trailers. And it looked amazing, and people are skeptical of it ever existing. This game seems to be trying to beat Project Mugen to the punch for a more urban gacha game like that. And I think it's a really good play, because if they do get out and release faster and at a good quality, right? Not only is it going to be a massive turnaround for Hada Studio after the failure that was Tower Fantasy, but it's also going to basically force Project Mugen to either be real and exist or be like, nah, sorry fam, we're done, we're out, right? Feels like Project Mugen Light, but some Project Mugen is better than no Project Mugen. Yeah, no, for real. I don't know if it feels like Project Mugen Light. Project Mugen, I think, had a much, much better looking trailer, but I also think Project Mugen has only shown us that trailer and has gone completely pretty much radio silent after that. This game is like, hey, we will have more info for you in September. And here's a sneak peek. And also, it looks very, very good. Like, we didn't get any gameplay or anything, particularly from Neverness to Everness, but we got a good look at the surrounding world and the graphics. And again, it's like the fact that the reflections on the water are moving around and the lights, and oh my god, it's just, the nighttime is beautiful. Right? I think that they are trying to set the scene and then show us the action afterwards, right? We got a little taste, but we didn't really get to see any action right now. We didn't get to see the boss fight they alluded to with the Inferno Rider Ghost of Christmas Past, whatever guy, right? The Pumpkin Firehead Ghost Rider guy. We didn't get to see Headless Jack or Headless Horseman, right? Yeah. We didn't get to see the Headless Horseman motorcycle gangster dude fight, right? We didn't get to see any of the cool fights. We didn't get to see how the bosses are. We didn't get to see how possibly difficult or not difficult the game is, or what the gameplay loop looks like. But they're setting the scene. And they're setting the scene really, really, really hard with this video to then try to drop us with the combat. I'm hoping. Because if this game has Genshin Impact's kind of combat style, but makes it, well, for lack of a better word, better, right? They make it a little harder to dodge the bosses. They make it a little bit smoother. They make it a little bit cooler and more satisfying, because Genshin Impact, like the elemental, fighting with elements is more fun than fighting without. That's why like WuWa and characters like them feel like shit to play nowadays, because back in the day they were fine. Nowadays you do elements, but the game's very easy. And it's just a damage check. And if this game gives us like ways that make it not just a damage check directly, like Genshin Impact is, while still giving us a very similar elemental system, well, we already know Wuthering Waves killed Genshin Impact, but if this is just a straight upgrade to Genshin Impact, that'd be kind of cool. The other thing too is graphically in the surrounding world, this game might be able to contend very, very well with Wuthering Waves, which is interesting. Like, I love right now, open world gacha games are exploding. We're getting so many. Arknight's Endfield, which hopefully they make better, because so far it looks like shit. Project Mugen, which hopefully exists because so far it looks fake. Neverness to Everness, which hopefully polishes their game a bit and shows us really, really good combat because it looks really, really good. right? We're getting so many open world gacha games because Wuthering Waves was like, hey, Genshin Impact, we're actually we're a competitor to you, and you cannot just be the king forever. And now everyone's taking note and being like, oh, we need to release a game now. Azure Primelia, which from what I've seen, very little of it, looks amazing. And it's by the Azure Lane developers, which made an amazing game being Azure Lane. And I have full belief that that game's going to completely blow me away and possibly blow everything out of the water. It's probably not going to have the combat depth of Wuthering Waves, but for like the casual open world gacha, like what Genshin Impact fills right now, Azure Primelia is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that. But I'm so excited for gacha games right now. We're getting so many good competitors right now. And I'm so excited to see where this brings us. But that's going to be it for today's video. I am super excited to see what Neverness to Everness turns into and when it comes out. Hopefully soon, possibly beginning of 2025. And I hope you are too. You can go ahead and watch these live at twitch.tv/Cashy Swanson, and I'm excited to see you here, and I'm excited to see where gacha games go from here into the future. Have a good one.